Please eat.
The goddamn
Oh,
video to stop.
and if you are watching this live stream and you are wondering what this voice is in the background,
But it just kept going. The more the voice.
that is Chills. I don't know if anybody watches him, but Chills. Pretty cool guy. I like his YouTube. I don't know why, but it's just a lot of interesting stories.
Just from above, the more terrified I became.
I like listening to this, so
I had this feeling like I knew something was
enjoy it.
watching me. This went on for what seemed like hours, but it could have been only 20 minutes.
Why are you bringing your giant Mario?
1 minutes long to begin with. When I finally was able to break out of the paralysis,
What?
I tilted my head up
Dude,
and saw it. A big
go,
shape
push him, jump him.
my bed. Its neck was elongated to the
Wow. Wow.
Oh man,
Wait.
its face. Its eyes were normally large and round,
Oh, shoot.
with these massive pupils, like a cat gets when it's about to pounce on something. Its nose was like a goat's or something. Two black, deep slits. I can't think about its mouth without feeling sick. I could smell its breath.
Oh yeah, get over here, little kid.
Carcasses and mold.
Eat.
The mouth was wide. And it seemed to be smiling.
Oh, you miso fartamalo.
If lamprey eels.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
For reference, here's a lamprey eel's mouth. I stared at it, paralyzed for fear for 5 hours until the sun came up. Once the sun had started to come through my windows at around 6 a.m., it started crawling backwards off my ceiling and seemed to ooze out into the closet floor and disappear. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I've done to myself. All I know is that I would rather collapse from sleep deprivation than ever willingly go to sleep again. Number 4. This evening I tried to log into my account, which I used to upload gaming videos to, and I couldn't. After an age of attempting password resets, my email was taken too. I had a history of my things getting hacked. This evening I was in a call with my friend. He was looking at my channel and saw that some of my videos had been taken off. No idea what it says.
Oh god.
Then a second video titled, yes, you guessed it, 2. But this time the code was visual. The Morse code
Go Greases!
translated, as it was just a visual, said hello. I thought I'd share it with you. We'll update soon with any new details. Thank you for listening. If you can help with translations, please don't hesitate to ask. Me and my friend will keep checking the channel. Edit, the third is out. We tried translating it, but
Adam!
seems to say M.
Why do you keep turning on the fan?
We'll keep you posted. Edit 2,
Oh.
fourth out. The text.
Don't turn off the fan downstairs. That's why.
Very weird sound, like an old router processing. Edit 3.
Boy, that's very creepy.
Is out. It's creepy as shit.
Like you said.
Option is say hi in Morse, and the main text of the video translates to you killed him. I'm really creeped out.
Oh, this is creepy.
Edit 4. New one. This is getting ridiculous. Black Coach will put the full translations in the comments, but in the end of the video there is a somewhat disturbing picture of a man with a bag over his head.
Jesus Christ,
Edit 5.
it's very scary.
Watch for yourself. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Jesus Christ.
Edit 7. It keeps getting worse, I'm sorry.
God damn, I'm turning the volume down. It's actually kind of scaring me now. Ooh, kid, get roasted. Yeah, baby. Give me that sweet, sweet stamp. Somebody up here? I can't tell. I wanna break in here. Oh, it's an ad that scared the cheese galas right the fuck out of me.
Edit 8. I'm going to sleep. He just uploaded a new video. I can't cope with watching it. Please, I need to sleep.
Damn.
9. Couldn't sleep. New video. He's actively commenting.
Jesus. Adam, dude, the burst assault rifle is actually not that bad.
Which one?
Shh. Shh. The burst assault rifle, yeah.
Edit 10. I can hear now. Edit 11. Alex. My friend who was with me in the call. Benjamin. Me. He's addressing everyone in the call. I'm not scared anymore. I feel like the next...
That's it. Get roasted.
I have another person.
God dang. Oh.
Wise. Number 5.
YouTube's gonna ban me for playing with plushies.
Are in the parking lot of a Starbucks now, using their Wi-Fi, and I'm super scared. This YouTube video, it's not scary without context, but hear me out and let me know how concerned I should be, and what is the best course of action. I am in a small town in a rural area, about 100 miles from the big city where I live. I came up here to crash at my parents' country house while I deal with some stuff. Dealing with stuff involved with me getting hammered one night, or every night, but one night in particular, and wandering out into the woods to piss. It was way too dark for such a journey, but I was drunk and it seemed like a good idea. I grabbed a flashlight and walked deep into the woods.
Alright, let's play.
I haven't been in since I was a kid.
Let's get right into the news.
Noise, snapping branches, etc. I get deep enough to piss. I remember my logic was something about bringing the piss back to nature, and I whip it out. Well, it's tough to hold a dick and a flashlight at the same time.
What?
So of course I drop the goddamn flashlight and piss all over myself. When the flashlight hits the ground and the battery pops out, I'm left in utter darkness. I've been stumbling around looking for the battery for a bit. No luck. It bounced away. When I hear I'm blinded by a bright light. The light only goes on for a second, then goes off. Obviously, I was terrified, so I just ran in the general direction of my house and got lucky.
Jesus.
Right into the garage. I hadn't even left the porch lights on, like an idiot. I get back in the house and lock myself in a bedroom. I drink. I slowly convince myself that the light was nothing to worry about. I decided on a trip of the eyes, and then I forget about it and pass out. In the morning, hungover, I remember the light and blamed it on the drinking, some kind of drunk phenomena. I made myself breakfast and walked around the...
Yeah, more like being high on cocaine.
Eventually I sat down to my computer and found this. This video was open in a tab next to the dumb Reddit thread I've been reading. There was no option to press back. It was the first page that had been visited in that tab. That's me.
Oh shoot, wait, what?
Press back. It was the first page that had been visited in that tab. That's me.
God damn.
Those are the clothes I was wearing when I went out to take the piss. I don't know what the 3 lights are behind me, and I don't know who took the video. Right
Oh, who the heck is trying to get with me?
in my car in the
Yeah, nobody better be.
I checked the back of my car, don't worry. I'm not that stupid.
Boom! You piece of fart. You get your butthole over here. Yeah, I'm gonna God.
Where the video was uploaded from, and my laptop webcam just turned on. Yesterday, I posted about my suspicions that I might have a stalker or something. I've seen a new video and I'm still processing it. I thought about calling the police, but decided that that one video being open on my computer is not enough evidence to do anything about it. I searched the house, locked up, and took the train home, back to my real apartment in the outer borough of NYC, which is where I am now. I've been obsessively watching the video since I got home, obviously. I saw a lot of what you guys figured out by looking at it frame by frame, and it freaked me out too much, so I couldn't read all of it. But as I was watching the video for the 1000th time, an annotation popped up. I didn't refresh or anything, it just popped up. It's still there now. It says, "Wish you were here." Look, then it links to this. That's a video of, and again, I'm not 100% sure, the view through the window of the train that goes from the little town my country house is to Grand Central Station, the same train I took. I don't know what to do. Was so excited to see that SMRRRW, as you know him, Dave to me, shared my videos with you guys. I'm so glad you like them. I have so many hits. The silly goose left his computer open again, so I'm using his account. I'm sure he'll enjoy these internet posts from my latest video. Haha.
Oh geez, to be honest, I'm a little scared. Wait, what the freak? Yeah, Subway Surfers.
Isn't that cute? Just me and Davey watching TV like we used to when we were kids. I ran out of battery partway through, but me and Davey watched TV for a long, long time. I hope we can watch TV forever. Thanks to all who watched. Maybe we can be friends too. Love, Curtis.
Dude, what the freak? Stop it! Jeez, oh, you gotta get me killed. Thanks. Thanks, buddy. Alright, time to move on to the next Jules video.
Chills. Number 1. This last May, my high school had a lockdown. I was homesick at the time, so my knowledge of the events that happened that day come mostly from what I heard through administrators and classmates after the incident, and the text messages I received during it. The administrators haven't known much about the situation.
Alright, I'm gonna go
which is only
chat with my friend really quick.
After months of trying to make sense
Yeet,
of all this,
your mom.
I'm just tired and confused. Maybe someone out there reading this can finally help. In 4th hour Spanish class, being that the seniors had just graduated.
Oh, and who is Christian?
Only 6 students besides him.
Christy or something. Christian or something.
Sent to each other that day, starting at 11:27.
Somebody subscribe.
Holy shit, Lindsay, reply, Lindsay. Me.
Oh shoot! Did you see that?
The school just went into lockdown. Me, like a drill or what? Him. I think it's
Freak.
Classes said, students and administrators, please go into level 3 lockdown procedure. This is not important.
Oh baby.
Like everyone's in the corner. Me. Wait, level 3? Doesn't that mean someone's in the building? Shit man, I'm shaking. Now the school better not be messing with you all. Him. It's so quiet now. There isn't a sound in the entire building. This doesn't seem like they're faking us out. Me. I just told my mom she hasn't heard anything about it yet. Him. Wait. I can hear someone walking down the hallway. Probably the office people coming to let us out. Me. What if it isn't? Him. Seriously, stop, Lindsay, you asshole. Me. Sorry. You probably have nothing to worry about though, man. Him. I can hear them going down the hallway, turning all the door handles. What they do during a drill. Make sure the teachers all lock them. Him. They are talking. Me.
Oh snap.
Definitely administrators. Him. No, it doesn't make any sense. It's all gibberish. I don't think it's even in English.
Freak.
What the hell? Me. Drew, you guys are okay though, right? Your door is locked and lights off. Have they gone in any other classrooms? Andrew, hello. Him. My mom isn't answering. Someone next to me is crying. He's outside my classroom. Me. Don't make a sound, okay? Andrew. Did he leave? Hello. Andrew. Andrew, hello. Please text me back. Andrew, he never responded. From what I've been told, the school eventually came out of lockdown mode. When they went around to each classroom to check in, Andrew's classroom door was still locked. They called out to the people inside and received no response back. Firefighters eventually knocked the door down. When they got in, there was nobody inside. The whole classroom was empty. Officials have offered no explanation as to where they are or what happened. I guess most people in town eventually moved on, shifted their attention elsewhere. It seems as though no one even cares anymore, but I still do, and I need answers. I need to find my best friend. Number 2. In Euclidean geometry, a parallelogram is a non-self-intersecting quadrilateral with 2 pairs of parallel sides. During my freshman year of high school, I had 3rd period geometry honors in a portable classroom, a rickety structure with aluminum siding.
Hey, wanna know how to get banned off YouTube and get your channel deleted? And get your channel totally demonetized, like when Logan Paul filmed a dead body and laughed at it in the woods. All you have to do is play with plushies and puppets, say a couple swears, and you're gone from YouTube. Except, your channel will be deleted, unlike Logan Paul's.
That is the size of a single classroom but stands as its own building. Portables A to Z were lined up in 2 neat rows of 13 inside the main school building. These individual classrooms presented the unique dilemma that students inside them walked to each portable outside for long enough to get uncomfortably wet in the rain, but not long enough to spend precious time putting on a raincoat. I'm certain that most teenage girls would be worried about their outfits, but I was an exception. Despite the inconvenience, I enjoyed having class in a portable. It was quieter out there, and when it rained, the drumming noise on the aluminum easily soothed me to sleep.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
If the wind blew just right on the metal stairs, a harmony would ring out through the classroom. The first day of school, my geometry teacher seemed completely normal, who had decorated the portable with poster-sized memes relevant to math and 50-cent craft shapes you'll find somewhere like Hobby Lobby. She gave us a little printed-off infographic about the year that included some class information and log-on codes for online programs.
Yeah, boy! This is gonna be the one I win solo.
A bunch of shapes along the edges of the infograph. While she was waiting for it to get coffeed, I assumed she was just bored. She wished us a great day and luck with the rest of the teachers before she left. The second day of school, Miss Hambley had us go around the room and say which shapes were our favorites. A real throwback to kindergarten. I answered a dodecagon because it was the most obscure thing I could think of. After everyone finished, she told us that her favorite shapes were parallelograms. The foam shapes on the wall, I noticed, were all parallelograms of some sort. Parallelograms are so easy. They have their own definition in their name, and they're a riddle. They're a puzzle that I'm always deciphering, and soon you'll be deciphering it too. This year,
oh jeez, Rick.
Parallelograms.
Oh jeez, Rick. That's not good. Oh jeez, Rick.
I wasn't convinced. The first odd thing I noticed about Miss Hambley was that she left all the windows and doors open in the portable, even with the air conditioning or heat running full blast.
Yeah, I'm one of those people. Eat it.
Summer, because I had geometry in the early morning when it was still cool out. But once the fall crept along, the entire class began to get chilly. I get creeped out with the doors closed, she explained. We're all alone out here. You never know what could spring out at us in this room. Bring a jacket to the class now if you want to stay warm. Rhomboids are quadrilaterals whose
Did anybody see that?
Parallel and adjacent sides are unequal, and whose angles are not right angles. Rhomboids are the most common shape to be addressed as parallelograms, although rectangles and squares are also considered parallelograms. Our unit on parallelograms wasn't that far into the year. She started off the unit with a long speech on the significance of parallelograms, which
Jesus Christ.
I wish so badly now that I hadn't. There might have been information in her speech that could give me some sort of clue or reason as to why she did what she did. She assigned us a packet on parallelograms that night. The next morning she walked into class frantically, as if something was wrong. Get out your homework, she said quickly. I tell you every single day to get out your homework and you never do it. You should know what to expect by now. We did, but 3 or 4 people hadn't done theirs, which sent Miss Hambley into a sort of rage. You're just trying to make me have a bad day, aren't you? Well, I'll tell you something. And that's you can't control my emotions. You can't, and nobody can. Only I can.
Break, somebody's
I'm
here.
trying to make my day miserable. The lights in the dingy portable caught her face, and she looked worn down, almost frail, and her hair was frizzy, as if it hadn't been washed in a few days. Fine, throw it away. Pretend like the homework was never assigned. This is a bad habit that you'll have to break. She opened up a PowerPoint and adjusted the projector so that it was on the board. She muttered under her breath, I'm trying so hard, but some days I just can't do this. I was driving home after winter guard practice at about 8:45 or so, and as we turned to leave the school via the road that passes right by the portables,
Break, my phone's a 20 battery.
Walking towards the staff parking lot at a fast pace, clutching a stack of papers to her chest. She looked up as her car passed, and when she saw me in the front seat, she gave a weak smile my way. Who's that? My mom asked. Miss Hambley, I answered. She teaches geometry. Is she nice? She's nice enough. A parallelogram with base B and height H can be divided into a trapezoid and a right triangle, and rearranged into a rectangle. This means that the area of a parallelogram is the same as that of a rectangle with the same base and height. Our unit on parallelograms intensified the next day when Miss Hambley walked into class. She didn't say anything about the homework from the previous night, and pulled up a picture of a parallelogram on the projector. It had some parallel and conjugate marks.
What the heck?
Nothing else. Look at that, she said.
Wow, what the hell?
Parallelogram. It's just a shape to you.
Excuse me for using HE double hockey sticks.
What does it mean? There's got to be something more. Some days I can see something more. That's all I'm here for. That's the whole reason for this.
Yes.
Euclid clearly saw something, and I need to find it too. There's some other meaning to all of this.
Bush camper.
I could already hear the snickers around the class, but Miss Hambley was dead serious. Miss Hambley paced.
Oh shoot! What the hell?
By the day, her skin was pale like chalk, and her fingernails were torn off like she'd been chewing them off in agony. But the oddest thing I noticed was that she had drawn all
this game is so much fun, guys!
Out of the sleeve of her sweater, tons of little tiny parallelograms all over her wrist. The sum of the distances from any interior point of a parallelogram to the sides is independent of the location of the point. This is an extension from Viviani's theorem.
Oh my god.
The sum of the distances from a point in the interior of a quadrilateral to the sides is independent of the location of the point. Then
oh boy.
The lateral is a parallelogram.
Oh.
Luckily, the day afterwards was Saturday.
Oh yeah, baby.
On Monday. When we returned on Tuesday, the color had returned to Miss Hambley's skin. She no longer stunk, and the parallelograms had been scrubbed off of her wrist. Her hair was thick and luscious. She jumped right into a well-planned lesson on proofs of parallelograms, complete with a PowerPoint, and assigned a sensible amount of homework in the textbook. Somehow it was a relief. A weight lifted off my shoulders.
Jesus.
Nobody in the class, even Miss Hambley herself, commented on her sudden turnaround in behavior, but she seemed detached and artificial, as if somehow it was merely a facade. I fell ill with a fever on Wednesday,
I know what to do.
and by Thursday it was clear I had strep throat. I was absent from school on Friday, Monday, and Tuesday as well. On
Time to go return. I'm just kidding, scrubs.
I have these saved on my phone. Maybe I'll upload them in the future. Where you been? Can't get through math without you. Hambley going bad shit again. I responded, really sick, you wouldn't want this, even if it meant missing geometry. What kind of bad shit? Parallelograms again? Yeah. He texted me Monday. Hey N, not messing around, Hambley's crazy, worse than ever this time. What'd she do? Flipped out at me and started yelling about those damn parallelograms. I swear, she's like, always high. She smells really bad again, too. Of course it's you. Did you not do your homework again, dipshit? That's besides the point. SDFU, you know this class is stupid. Our friend.
Get roasted! Get the freak roasted! Oh!
I was sick enough to stay home until lunch on Wednesday, so I wouldn't have to deal with geometry. But Thursday was another deal altogether.
I hate this new update.
Stank, reeked, and his hair was sticking out all over the place in a frizzy mess. Her eyes were wild and bloodshot, like she hadn't gotten any sleep recently. Even after the bell rang and all the students filed in, covered their noses and waited for class to start, Miss Hambley did nothing. She sat at her desk, muttering things to herself and shuffling papers, and every once in a while she'd stand up and walk around the classroom, much to the dismay of our sinuses, but then promptly sit back down and began to scribble things on pieces of paper. It was the oddest thing I'd ever seen. The rest of class didn't seem to care. I vowed that I would ask if she needed help. I sat terrified, rocking in my chair, working up the nerve to ask if she was all right, and if there was anything I could do. The bell rang, everyone else left, and I nervously crept over to her desk. Miss Hambley. She looked up at me, but her eyes seemed accusing. I froze. I was absent. For a week. Well, a week and a day, but yeah. So when should I get the work? She paused for a long moment, staring me down suspiciously, and then told me, "Come see me after school, I'll give it to you." I left the portable and the smell of fresh air hit my nose. It's amazing how wonderful nothing at all can smell when you compare it to something much worse. The sum
I'm gonna go loot Lake, you know?
of all four sides of a parallelogram
Time to go old school mood. I don't know, I'm being fooled by Loot Lake. I know it doesn't have blue in it, but I'm being fooled by it. Oh, jeez.
With every breath in and out, there were papers scattered all over the table. As I dared to walk closer,
these guys are gonna take all the spaces for the loot. It's totally cool, bro.
Scribbled in the margins, trying to prove something or another. I wish I could show you what they look like. But
Stop, die! Yeah, jeez, crap.
Some parallelograms had conjurate markings, others had angle measures, and the penmanship was nearly illegible. I couldn't make out a single word, but the writing seemed fiercely determined.
Freak.
Often bled out onto the page as if Miss Hambley had been pressing too hard as she wrote. "Miss Hambley," I asked. As she looked up, her face struck me. It was weak and worn down. She had a large dot of blue ink on her forehead from falling asleep against the ballpoint pen. Her eyes were red, as if she'd been crying. "I'm so glad you're here," she told me. "I need your help." "Of course," I said softly. "What?" "You have to see something in all this," she told me. "You have to understand that there's something more than just these numbers and these figures. Please." She began to hand me paper after paper filled with her nonsensical diagrams and numbers. They came from everywhere. Drawers in her desk, underneath the computer. She even rolled up her sleeves to show me the drawings on her wrists. "I can't rest until I get it. I'm sorry," I said suddenly, standing up.
God damn, this is... Eesh, there's nothing better than watching a teacher go crazy. Have a mental breakdown.
It's glad. I have to go. My mom's waiting. A lie, and we both knew it. "Please," Miss Hambley begged. "I know that you can see it. You're smart. I knew it from the very first day. You were the answer to this question I've been asking my entire life. Take these. Take them." She began to shove the papers towards me. "Can't you see it? I know you can. I'm almost there. I'm so close to figuring out the answer to all this. I have to go," I muttered, and I ran out. I full out sprinted away from Portable A, away from my school, and up to the first place I knew she wouldn't find me, the marching band practice field. I sat on the lamppost where my instruments gather for after practice sectionals, and I cried, because I was utterly and absolutely terrified. That night Miss Hambley slashed her wrists in the shape of a parallelogram. She bled to death on the floor of Portable A.
Anybody see that, dude?
Open. The janitor found it that night during his final trash run. The school was closed for a week during investigations, and then Christmas break started. Rumors were all over the school.
Yeah, little kid.
Because I knew that the parallelograms were between me and Miss Hambley, and of course the police. When we returned in January, we had a new teacher who was much kinder to us. She didn't like parallelograms as much, and she closed the doors and windows to the portable, which was newly replaced, and so it had the best heating system of all 20.
Oh, you freak!
The weeks following Miss Hambley's death, I became quite interested in parallelograms. There is something about them that is quite mysterious to me. They have so many properties and laws that it seems like the entirety of the world can be proved through them. I found myself up late one night, 7 library books on the Miss family and meant what she said. I have the answer. As soon as I realized how distraught I'd become that night, I threw the books to the ground. I ripped 2 of them to shreds in anger. There's something I'm missing. There's something I'm missing. I will not stop short of insanity trying to prove it. Number 3.
Oh crap.
Recently I took a
This is not good.
private high school in the administration. The school
Oh, I skipped all that loot.
area in the woods far from my town.
Such an idiot.
This led me
I'm
not to
gonna
take
die.
the job, but the pay they offered was very good for my first job.
Yeah, kid.
I needed the money.
Oh, baby, yeah.
On my first day, I was greeted by many people, but one who stuck out was a short man in his 60s with glasses and white hair. He introduced himself as the head of the history department. He told me how glad he was for someone as energetic as me to take on the new job, and that he knew I was going to do a great job. He said his
Okay,
name
here it
was
comes.
Bennett. However, something just seemed off about him that I just couldn't place.
Is there?
Over the next
Yes.
months, I slowly adjusted to
No.
small town. Cell phone coverage was spotty, the grocery store had a limited selection, and there were very few people my age. Through that time, I ran into Tom a few times around the school, usually in the halls of the school, or he stopped by my office. Despite getting to know him more, I still had some uneasy feeling about him, which wasn't confirmed until today. This is where it gets weird. One role of my job is to run and manage our school's Facebook and Instagram pages. Every Thursday, we follow the popular trend of Throwback Thursday, or hashtag TBT, as many of
Oh,
my
crap.
schools call it. But it
No, no, that's not good. That's not good.
Find old pictures and post them.
Oh, you piece of freaking mother. Oh.
To do this, I went through old yearbooks looking for the perfect photo. I grabbed a stack of yearbooks from the 60s from the archives and started looking through them. The second year
Let's check the battle
was
pass.
1968, and I found the perfect photo of
Back things. Wow, loading screen.
on the computer screen and posted it to the Facebook and Instagram pages.
What's that?
Having nothing on my schedule for about an hour, I decided to look
Yeah,
at
nothing.
the book. As I got to the teacher's page, I
Oh my
almost
god.
fell
Epic Games. Why are you like almost every single other freaking
That was in 1968.
game
We had an agent
where you have
then. Not knowing what to do, I opened the current employee.
you're like almost every single other freaking game where you have to spend money to get the good skins, to get skins. Why can't you have, for the noobs, people like me who don't freaking have money because we have a low budget and my parents don't have that much money and they work hard to get money and we spend it on our family, not just on one single person. Why can't you just make a skin that looks cool, nothing like a normal skin? See this? See this? Same thing as the PS skin, the PS Plus skin. No, I don't want, nobody wants none of this. Make some, see this? See Fun Cups? See, this is creative. See, this is good. I'd take that. Oh boy. See, look, you see, you got like astronauts. Why can't you have a skin for here, up here too, up here? Why can't you have a skin? Yeah. Oh, there's 100 V-Bucks. There's only one 100 V-Bucks. Look, blank, 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 blank. You see all this good stuff? There's a costume. There's more than just one costume here. Oh, you see that? See this? Yeah, but we can't have that because we're poor. See that? Wow, so cool. Ooh, look, costumes. That's why you can't have it, because you need the freaking battle pass. Like, why can't you have just one skin? I don't care if it's just one skin. It just has to look cool. See Fun Cups? I would take them. I would take them. Something creative, something cool looking. There's a dinosaur skin you guys are gonna release. Oh, why can't we have like, yeah, something like that, dinosaur skin. See that? This is really cool. But guess what? You can't have this because it costs 800 V-Bucks. As cool as it looks, you can't have it. See the bright bomber? I would take her. See the recon specialist? No, because that's just another sprite for a skin that has been released before and many times. Okay? Jeez, Christ. I'm gonna stop whining about this because I look like a total noob. I'm gonna start another freaking match.
Play directory, but Tom Bennett was not listed. What should I do? Update Friday, January 9th, 2015, 4:15 Eastern Standard Time. Again,
No, man.
for the delay in getting back to you.
You tripping, bro? You tripping?
Yearbooks and found him pictured in all the yearbooks from 1964 to 1973, but not after that. I was given a lot to do, including editing a promotional video for admissions, so I set researching Tom to the side until lunch. At lunch today, I was talking with one of the teachers and casually mentioned how I was looking in old yearbooks and saw a teacher named Tom Bennett and asked if she knew anything about him. From the look on her face, I could tell she did.
Look at these money wasters. Oh, hey, money waster. Oh, hey, money waster.
Looking at old
Guess what? I can't get any skins because of you.
He was a very good history teacher and also
See this? See this? Yeah, you can have skins. Guess what? You can have skins because you bought the freaking battle pass. Because you have a lot of money. But instead of the poor people, we don't get costumes. We don't get anything.
at his house with the police.
We hardly get V-Bucks.
Drawers are turned out, stuff is on the ground.
And I know you can get V-Bucks from Save the World. But guess what? You can't get them because you have to buy Save the World. Wow, what a surprise. What a surprise. I love Fortnite. Fortnite is addictive. If I could play this game all day, I would. If I could play this game every day, I would. I just want a skin to make me look cool. All I need is one skin. All noobs want is a skin. All I want is a skin. I've been playing this game for a long time. I've been through some updates. Guess what? No skin for me. Because if I get an allowance, and my parents give me money, I don't spend it on this game. I spend it on things I need. Or things I want, like chips. Things like clothes. You know, stuff like that. Stuff I need. Maybe, you know, I'll save it for this game. Just for this game, I'll save up. I'll buy the battle pass. I swear to you that I will. Oh my god, you piece of fart crabs. You just had to steal it. Yeah, there's no loot over here. Thanks for basically killing me. Break in, break in, break in! Oh my god.
But he is nowhere to be seen. He was never found again. The police investigated but found nothing. If you want, you can probably go to the police station and talk to them about it. So I'm heading there now and thought I would post to you guys here first. Number 4. I just experienced something that will haunt me for the rest of my life. I ask you only one thing. Read this entire story. I understand that it is long, but the only way you can understand what has happened to me is if you know what happened to me in high school. I met Sean on the first day of high school, freshman year. Sean had the locker next to mine, and I had just settled into my locker and slammed it shut when the force of me shutting my locker caused all of Sean's books to
See this? I had to get this last season by ranking up on the season, but I didn't get any skins. Had to get this last season by ranking up. Did I get any skins or good emotes? Well, I got a freaking wave,
that gave me as he
and I like the Ride the Pony, but
he introduced himself to me.
that's all. That's like basically only the good stuff I have.
We had a lot of comments.
Let's subscribe.
Like basketball, fishing, and WWE wrestling, which is pretty much exactly what I like too.
I'm just saying, it'd be cool if Epic Games was watching this video and thought, hey, you know what, this kid's right. We should at least give him one costume because they can't spend money on this game. Or they don't have money to spend. There!
We talked about these things during that lunch, and we sat next to each other the next day, and the next day after that, and pretty much every single day after that. We were best friends for most of high school, but things started to change junior year. It was at the beginning of fall, right around that time in September, when the weather is extremely cold in the morning, but it feels like summer in the evening. Sean came to lunch that day and he was looking a bit down. My other friend Douglas told him he looked awful, being the sensitive person he is, and asked him why. Sean sighed and said that he was just going through a phase and was depressed about how life can't go on forever, and that he was probably going to end up living his life in a cubicle. Douglas laughed, thinking it was a joke, but I reassured him that that probably won't happen. But my reassurance didn't have any effect on him whatsoever. He continued to be depressed for over a week, and I began to worry.
Mother.
The old Sean back. The one that I could crack jokes with, or the one who didn't care when his books fell out of his locker. That weekend, Douglas had invited me to his cousin's party, and I thought that maybe a party would get Sean to feel better, so I told Douglas to invite him too. Sean initially declined, but I talked him into it. The party was at Douglas's cousin's house, which was right outside of town. It was one of the wildest parties that I've ever been to. I instantly lost track of Sean and Douglas.
My
But I
freaking.
just hung around with some other juniors I ran into. Eventually I found Sean.
Yes. Thank you.
I was happy
God
that I succeeded.
damn.
I enjoyed the rest of the party.
Alright, I'm gonna delete this game and I'm gonna delete my YouTube channel. Just kidding.
A lot better. What happened over the weekend? Did you hook up with someone at the party? Sean replied, no, actually. I met a few guys at the party who were really great. They understood my depression and told me about a club I could join to get rid of it. A club? I asked as I ate my lunch. Yeah, he excitingly said. You'd love it. They know how to help you find inner peace and happiness. Sounds more like a self-help group, Douglas said, and we all laughed. On Tuesday, I was in calculus with Sean. Calculus is the only class I have with Sean, and we usually end up talking instead of learning anything. But there was a big test coming up, so I was trying to listen to everything our teacher was saying and taking as many notes as I possibly could. I was focusing on the board when Sean passed me a strip of paper. I opened it up, expecting a "that's what she said" joke about something that the teacher had just said, but instead it was a bunch of random letters. NIYBUQHYJIKY. I was confused and wondering what the letters meant, so I sent a note back to Sean asking him what the slip of paper was. He sent me back a note saying, it's a backwoods message. Hold it up to a mirror and when it's dark, it will reveal a message. I wrote out the letters trying to flip them around, but they still only came up as gibberish. I sent Sean another note telling him that his note didn't work, but then he sent me back another note telling me that he had gotten it from his new club, and that it only works when you use a mirror. I thought that the note was a prank, so I put it in my pocket and forgot about it. That night, as I was doing my homework, I reached into my pocket to grab my phone, but instead I pulled out the note Sean had given to me. I looked at the random letters and thought I would try it out. I put the note to my bedroom mirror and nothing happened. The letters were still gibberish and had no meaning. I texted Sean telling him that his note doesn't work, but then he texted me back asking if I turned off the lights. I realized that this was one of the things he told me to do, but I didn't think that turning off the lights would do anything. When I turned off the lights and held the note to my mirror, I was astounded to find that there was a message on the paper, "Have a nice day." I stared at the note until my mind started to think of the tons of different ways that this type of messaging could be used. I texted Sean back right away and asked him how he did that.
Oh well.
That it wasn't him, but his counselor, and that only his counselor knew how. My excitement sank as I realized that Sean didn't know how it worked, so I told him to ask his counselor next time he went to a meeting. A few days passed when Sean handed me another note in calculus. BEQWALTYITTBILL OYQERZSPDABIGHJK. I looked at it and was excited to go home and try out the message trick again. After calculus, I asked Sean if his counselor had told him how the trick worked. He said that his counselor couldn't tell him the trick just yet, but that he would learn soon. We could screw around with the teachers a ton and not get caught. That night, I took out the newest slip of paper. It was longer than the last, but after I examined the last note, I realized that the amount of random letters equaled the amount of letters that each word had in the message. day, Sean told
What's up, Dad?
Club was beginning to talk about depression.
Check out what he got. Check out what he.
Helping him get over his fear of death. He said that they told him to treat death not as an enemy, but rather as a friend. Death is what pushes us to accomplish a great life, he told Douglas and me.
And then the live stream. Later. It's not even gonna be a live stream, so see ya.